Hello. All right. We're all right. Yeah, we're good. Um, Austin here. Closing out the week. Today's Friday. Down $381. As you can see, I traded a bunch of different ones today. And just overall, oh man, just a frustrating day. I traded a lot. I probably traded too much. But today was frustrating. It felt like I was jumping in and then having to stop out, and then the second I would stop out, the trade would begin to work in my favor, which has seemed to be a recurring theme lately. Being kind of chopped out, and then the second I get out, it's like, oh my god, are you kidding me? So some frustration there, some trades that I shouldn't have taken, and some trades that I should have taken. And I'll kind of show you what I mean. But I had one kind of silver lining, one savior, which was DDD, which had another epic run today. So I made $610 on that. But unfortunately, I lost $556 on Tesla. I don't remember the last time that I had a loss on Tesla. Honestly, it's one of my best stocks in terms of day trading. I've made some of the most money on that one. So this was just very unusual, and Tesla was just a frustrating one for me today. Plug, this loss was completely unnecessary, completely avoidable. That loss came from frustration, and without it, I would actually be green on the day. And Baidu was an example today of a trade I should have taken where I didn't, and anyway, you'll see what I mean. So let's jump into the trades. Baidu, I guess let's just start with that because, I don't know, it's the one I want to talk about. Even though I only took one trade on it, lost on it, and was done with it rather quickly, it had a pretty major move today, and yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. I wish I could show you, so I'm not in my main setup right now, but I wish I could show you this sticky note that I'm holding. And I have a list of 5 stocks that I was prepared to go long right off the open. Plug, IPOE, Baidu, QS maybe, and Palantir. So Baidu, I said long 227 right here, breaking through this high. I was ready to go long right off the bat, right off the open. Let's see where I actually took it, because this was my first trade. Was on Baidu 227.21, so I did take the break there, and then I had to stop out at 225.66. And this was another one where I talked about this yesterday too. Right off the open, TOS is just terrible. It's terrible. It doesn't fail you. It's laggy. It's crappy. I don't know why I even took this trade, because I realized yesterday that I probably shouldn't trade right off the open because TOS just sucks. So anyway, I got long. And I was only long 100 shares, but I still lost $155 on it, which was already put me down straight off the bat. I was never green today at any point, and anyway, so stopped out on that. But what I want to talk about on Baidu is I actually was looking at this as it was coming down here, and you have this kind of reverse head and shoulders here, and I was watching it right here. I was watching it, and I thought, well, I think long through 221 could be a good entry, and why I didn't take it is because I was already red on, let's see the time of day here, 7:35. So let's see what trades I had taken up until that point. It's not entirely relevant, but so 7:35. So I already had this loser on Tesla, blah 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 blah. So I was down on the day, and I was kind of thinking about okay, now I need to take a step back and be a little bit more cautious and not kind of I typically take stabs at stuff in the morning. I'm aggressive, and then if things just kind of aren't going my way and I'm noticing that, I take a step back and I go, okay, I need to be more selective with my setups. But this was a setup that I should have taken because being more selective doesn't mean that you trade, I don't mean that I stopped trading. I was still here. So if I'm still here, then what am I doing if I'm not trading, right? So I should be, looking out for beautiful setups. And this is a beautiful setup, a triple bottom, reverse head and shoulders right here, and 2 kind of wicks on either end, which I don't think that really matters, but I quite like the look of that. But it just looks very bullish, and I was watching it. I swear to God, I was watching it right here, and I said, well, long through 221 looks pretty good. But I didn't take it because I was scared, because I knew that if I stopped out and to take the size that I really wanted to take, I probably wanted to take 200 or 300 shares. If I take 200 or 300 shares at 221 and my stop's down at 218, that's $3 per share loss. With 300 shares, that's already a $900 loss, and I'm already down on the day, so I'm not comfortable with that kind of loss. 200 shares, obviously, a little bit more manageable. That's a $600 additional loss. Maybe I could have stretched and done that, but I mean, in hindsight, I should have just taken 100 shares. I mean, this thing rallied, closed at the high of day at 240 bucks a share. So if I had taken 200 shares, it would have been a $4,000 gain all the way up to 240. That's a $20 per share gain. If you're looking at 300 shares on a $20 per share gain, then that's $6,000. Oh, brother. I mean, obviously, I probably wouldn't have held the whole thing all the way till the close. That's very unlike me and unrealistic. I probably would have been taking profits along the way, as you should do as a day trader. But I remember watching this as it came up through here. Even at VWAP, I was watching this. And obviously, in hindsight, that would have been a good entry too, because it never revisited that price. It moved higher, continued. But I was looking at it here, and I said, dang it. I saw the entry at 221. I just didn't take it because I was scared. And I think this really kind of goes to show, like, taking those stabs early in the morning when you put yourself down on the day and then you force yourself to be more selective, you take less trades and you might miss out on some winners, and that's what happened here. But I'll show you the frustrating stabs I took in the morning. So this Baidu trade happened a little later on, or this missed trade, I should say. But I want to show you Tesla now too, because this was the biggest loser on the day. And Tesla, it just seems to not give a crap, to be quite frank, about sellers at all. I mean, it continues to defy gravity and move onward and upward. I think 1,100 or at least 1,000 is realistic on Monday. I'm sure we could see it. I wish I were exaggerating, but I think it's highly doable. But anyway, this was one that I wasn't really. I saw this one pre-market, but I wasn't really forcing myself to say, like, okay, I have an exact entry and exit, I'm preparing to take a trade on this. No, this is more just one that I watch, and when the setup presents itself, then I take it. But I wait for I wait certainly on this one. I'm not going to jump in on the first few minutes. I'm not sure I would ever do that. But I took a trade on it. Only 50 shares, but my first trade on this was a $250 loser because it's moving around so much. Let's see what my exact prices were here. So I was in 50 shares at 847, and I stopped out at 842. So not good. 643 was the time, so let's go there. 643. So all right, I went long right here as it was coming back up to VWAP, looking for the breakthrough VWAP, and didn't get it. I liked this candle. I held through here, but then as it came down and engulfed this entire bullish candle, I said, "Oh, I don't like that. I'm getting out." But why? I mean, the obvious stop. Well, 842 actually. I got out on this candle. My bad. I just messed up there. I did not get out on this candle. I got out on this candle, which begs the question. I mean, there's only about a $4 per share drop from here to the low. On 50 shares, that's a $200 additional loss. So if I put the stop down here below the low, that's $450 risk from where I got in on 50 shares. But it's kind of like that's where the stop should be. Like, why am I arbitrarily stopping out down here? So this is kind of like me, like, reflecting on this trade. Like, I don't understand. I think I just didn't like the loss, and I saw the red, and I didn't like how it was going. It's not going how I imagined it. It's supposed to go after this reversal candle here. It's supposed to go, and it wasn't going. And I think when I saw this candle come down, I just thought, okay, we're going to the lows. We're going to break through the lows. But that didn't happen, right? You gotta set your stops where they should be. Take on the risk, even if it means, that you could potentially see that loss, the reward is going to be so much more worth it. And the same thing goes for that Baidu trade that I just showed you too. If I had just taken the trade and taken full risk, it would have worked out. And even if I had taken the loss on it, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. But hindsight is 2020. I suppose this could have come down through the lows, but I mean, it's very strong today. Anyway, so as you can see, I literally, I'll show you right here, stopped out 842.76. That's right here, pretty much at the bottom of this candle right here. And yeah, I get out at the pretty much very low of the move. In other words, the perfect entry for the move higher. That's why this is a frustrating day. I mean, there's just nothing else to say. Like, I literally have the right idea and just the wrong timing, the worst timing. If I just give this any more room lower, and I completely evaporate the loss and turn this into a profit. And you know what? I would do the math on what the potential profit would be if I got out here or here, but I'm not going to do that to myself because, well, it's torturous and it serves really no purpose. So, I mean, there's just nothing else to it. It's just frustrating, and obviously here would have been a good entry here too. I was watching it here, but didn't take it because I was nervous and I was scared. Tesla is a scary one. It scares you, and it scared me today, and it scared me out of the trade at the exact point where it boasted the best return. So that's just how it goes sometimes. All right, what else do I want to talk about? Well, I don't really want to talk about anything else because actually I do. DDD, I made $610 on that today, so that was kind of the saving grace. Without that one, today would look really quite ugly. And I will say, on the day at my worst point, I was down around $850. So with DDD, I definitely was able to kind of bounce back a little bit and make this loss quite a bit smaller. So that's great. $850 loss is obviously a lot worse, and it's no secret. You can see it right here. I'm down. My whole account is down quite a bit today, and if you look on the left here at these indexes, it might give you a hint as maybe what caused that. But anyway, so $610 on DDD. Let's talk about this, and it would be so much easier if TD Ameritrade would just show me my trades, but it won't. All right, so I literally, here we go again, another missed opportunity. I was watching this right in here. I was watching it here, and I thought, and again, this was at 7 o'clock. I was already down on the day. I was already, a little bit less willing to take trades because my loss on Baidu. And let me remind myself too, at 7 o'clock, what trades had I taken already? So I'd already taken that Tesla trade too. So I was already down on the day, quite a bit. So I was watching this here though, and I thought, well, maybe the break over 2150, maybe the break over 22 is where I would get in. And I was kind of toying with that idea. But I was just like, oh, you know what? This is a small cap. It had an epic run yesterday, and I was scared. And because I was already red on the day, it put doubt in my mind. It diminished my confidence. I wasn't as confident to step into a trade because I thought I was going to lose on it because I was losing on the trades that I had taken before. But what I wasn't realizing is that Tesla trade was a good idea. I had the direction was right, the timing was wrong. So even though it was a losing trade, I think there's definitely a good takeaway on it at least. But yeah, here we go again. Was watching this through 22. Didn't take the trade, so didn't take it. But what was I doing? I was watching this thing all the way up. And what I noticed, it's easy to borrow. And this thing is a continuation. It's a continuation play, and I don't think that this momentum is going to last forever. So I don't want to be, buying at the top anywhere in here. So I'm not going to step in, I'm not going to. The trend is your friend, but when you're buying at the top, the trend is not your friend. So I'm looking for signs of the reversal lower, and I'm looking for signs for the reversal on this one because I do think as kind of a small cap stock on kind of one of these pops and continuation, I'm looking for ultimately I'm looking for the fade. I want to be a part of the move that's about to happen, not the move that's just ending. So if you're buying up here, that's the move that's just ending, and the move that's just beginning is this epic run to the downside. And obviously I saw this was easy to borrow, and so that's what I wanted to take advantage of. So let's see where my trades on this were. So D. Okay. 29.27. So I tried a couple shorts on this. Here, only 100 shares. So I was just starting to toy with it in front of that $30 mark. Here, I took another one and had to kind of stop out as it came back up, break even. And then here was the where was the big short? Or the big short. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So 500 shares. This was really the big winning trade. And you'll notice here I shorted 300 shares here, and I had to stop out at 30.87. I actually took about a $150 loss on this trade here. Let's see, 8.49. So that was right here. I stopped out as it was coming up and looking like it wanted to make a new high. And when I got out of that trade and took the $150 loss on PDD, that was the moment I was down about $850 on the day in total. And I was like, oh my God, really? Like, really? Already here you have some top wicks, so this is why I was starting to step in. You've got that psychological level of $30, and then you're starting to get some wicks here. Lower, trying to come up higher, lower. It needs more of a pullback. Okay, now we're getting that squeeze again. And then this is where I noticed, okay, this candle forms. I stop out here, but then it forms as actually kind of a doji and kind of a red doji here. So when we have another wick up, and then I think here's where I took the short. Let's see, 500 shares in 30.70 at 8.50 and 56 seconds. So that's right here on this candle, right at the end of this candle. I'm in short for 500 shares right around here at the close of this candle. This pops back up. I'm getting a little nervous, and then this is what I wanted, that flush back down, and now I feel really good because we've got wick, and we've got that kind of $31 even level that it's just really struggling at. And the fact that it's already had this epic run up, the buyers are getting exhausted, and it's just clearly the move is overdone. But I made another kind of mistake here. I got out too early, and I mean it's tough to say with these because they run so much, and it's tough to say. You know, do you take your profit here on this break lower, or do you hold it, or because as you can see right here, it looks like it's coming down, and then boom, instantly in seconds, it's squeezed back up to the highs, and you can lose all those gains. So everything happens very quickly. And I, also keep in mind the 5-minute chart. You've got this green kind of engulfing candle here too, which is pretty bullish and definitely favors a run higher. But I took profit along the way down lower, but I think, let's see, taking profit. My last, look at this. I'm all out 7 minutes later at 8.57. So right here on this candle, I'm out of my last shares. Look at how far this continues lower. I mean, I left a lot on the table here, like a lot. And I think I got out of... Yeah, so I got out of some shares on this pop back up higher. This candle actually forms red and we continue lower. If I had held more, if I was able to hold more through this kind of pop back up, I might have been able to get more out down here at least. And then I'm not sure I would have been able to hold much through this pop. This is pretty scary. And then this kind of looking like it's going to curl. Anyway. It's tough to trade these, it really is, but you know that the rollover is coming eventually, so I'm not kicking myself too much for not holding this one all the way to down here. It'd be pretty tough to do that. Just like the Baidu trade, it's unrealistic to say that you're going to get in at the perfect price and then hold it throughout the entire day and get out, right at the close at the high of day. It's just not really a reasonable expectation. Now, I did have one really weird trade on this. I'll see if I can find it. It was, I think, yeah, it's right here. Oh, see, this doesn't make sense to me. It says I shorted 300, and then covered here. I don't know what this is, but I remember at one point I tried to push short for 300 shares somewhere in here. What time was that actually? 8:57. No, that's not right. I don't remember, but I'll try to explain it. I punched short for 300 shares. I get filled a partial for 51 shares, and then it was a quick scalp. So then I hit join the bid or something like that, or join the ask. I don't remember if I was trying to buy a dip or sell a pop. But anyway, what happened was I only got filled partial. So when I hit the sell at 300 shares, when I was only long 51, it put me short 250 shares. Does that make sense? Because I tried to go long 300, but it only got me long 50 shares. Then I ended up short 250 shares. Anyway, the result was a loss. So I took about a $500 win. I think I was up $470 on this short trade coming down here. And then on that weird, I think it might have been right here or something. I don't know where this was, but I ended up giving back about $70 on that weird discrepancy, that weird error, that mess up. So then I was only up 400 on it. Then I tried to trade here. I tried shorting here on this break lower. Was looking for the break lower here, didn't get it, popped. I lost about 50 bucks on that. Shorted here at the bottom of this candle. I tried it again, short 300 shares. Came down here, and then I stopped out at break even as it popped back up, and good thing I did because we got quite the pop back up here. Then as we came lower here, it's one of my last trades on the day. Was it my last trade? No. DDD right here, short 500 again at 23.82. Got a bit of slippage there because my entry was actually supposed to be right here. You see this low here, this low here, this low here. I wanted the break of 24, so I think I had my order set at 23.99. But if you're day trading on thinkorswim, you need to keep in mind that these orders are if you set a stop order significantly below the market price. So if I hover anywhere in here, it says limit. I don't know if you can see that on the right there. It says limit. But if you start to scroll up too far, oh, actually, I suppose this is after hour. Okay, this is going to be different. But if you'll notice during the market, when the market's open, it'll say buy 100 or sell 100, stop. Okay, here it says stop. Yeah, because I'm below the market price here. Stop. So those are market stops. So that's a market a stop market order. So when it hits your stop, it's going to be a market order. So you're definitely prone to some slippage, especially on a break of a significant level. So break of 24, I got some slippage. I was in at 23.82, 500 shares short right here, 23.82. So I'm honestly so much slippage. I got short here instead of like up here, or instead of like here, I got short like here. And I was actually down on it because there's some churn in here, some pops back up, but I really liked this break lower here. I'll zoom out a little bit to give you the bigger picture, and then kind of targeting this low here and maybe even lower. It didn't quite get there, but so on this continuation lower, I was able to profit on that. I think I was up 350 bucks before, and now I'm up 610, so that is an additional $260 of profit. So excellent on 500 shares there, and that's kind of the last trade that kind of recovered some of my losses from earlier in the day, and ending only down 381. I say only because relative to me and my risk, that's not the end of the world, certainly not. But anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to recap today. I took some other trades here, you'll see, but those were the most pivotal and important trades that I took today, and ones that you guys, I'm sure, can learn from, and I hope that you guys did learn from them. And if you did, I would ask that you leave a like on this video. It's not a hard thing to do, but I do these recaps every single day, so if you enjoy them, subscribe, and I will be back Monday and trading all of next week and doing these recaps. And I am thinking of doing another live trading video. I keep saying it, but I never do it, but I'm actually going to do it on Monday. I am going to do it. I'm putting my foot down. I'm going to record myself trading live on Monday. So please subscribe if you guys are, interested in seeing that. I'm going to not be live, but I'm going to record myself trading live and then upload that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put timestamps in the description of that video that tell you exactly where the trades I took in the video are, and whether it's a winning day or a losing day, you guys are going to see it, and you guys are going to see the trades and hear my thought process as I'm trading and taking these trades, and hopefully you guys can learn from that. I've uploaded a couple live trading videos in the past. You can go and check them out. They have more views than my average videos, so from that I take away that people like them and that they can learn from them, and I've gotten some feedback saying that they've been helpful. So I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to do it next Monday. I'm putting my foot down, and I'm going to do it. Hopefully it's not going to be as complicated and hectic as today. I took a lot of trades, as you can see, which is, not ideal, but $381 loss is not the end of the world. So unfortunately, finishing the week red. I'll give you guys a quick little peek here at what my January looks like so far. And so today is going to be minus 381, so I'll be down about $400 on the week. So not a good start to 2021, certainly not. But it's not really the end of the world. I can recover $400 pretty easily, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. First, I need to, figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong with missing some of these crazy opportunities that are going on in the market. I'm definitely falling victim to FOMO right now and wishing that I were more in the green than I am. All right, so that's it from me, guys. I really hope you like this. Please like the video and please subscribe and be back on Monday, and look out for my video because it will be there live trading. I don't know when, but it is going to happen, and get excited for that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a very, very good weekend. I appreciate you all, and that's it. Bye-bye.